Hi, my name's Shiho Rose and I'm a postdoc research fellow. For this presentation, I'll be covering some of the collaborations and impact of the PRC in the vaping and tobacco control space. So firstly, I'd like to talk about the Generation Vape Research Project. This is the first national study in Australia that examines the awareness, attitudes, knowledge and behaviours of e-cigarettes across different groups of people. So young people aged 14 to 17, parents of young people, teachers of secondary schools and young adults aged 18 to 24. Vape is very much a collaborative project with a mixture of agencies and organisations. The project is conducted in partnership with the Cancer Council, but other research partners include the Daffodil Centre and the University of Sydney. And the project is also very fortunate to receive support from our funding partners, and this includes the federal government, so the Department of Health and Aged Care, state government, New South Wales Health and Cancer Institute New South Wales, and our philanthropic partner, the Minderoo Foundation. All of our stakeholders are involved in our consultation processes. They offer feedback and are kept up to date with current findings as they're analysed. And these partnerships ensure the value of Gen Vape and its potential to inform policy, as well as meet research needs. So far, Gen Vape has provided early insights and data regarding vape use in Australian communities. Findings have been disseminated through journal publications, with many more in the pipeline, public health media pieces produced for The Conversation and Croaky, plus invited editorials through news outlets such as The Guardian. Recently this year, Gen Vape also hosted its first advocacy forum. This was aimed at key stakeholders, parents, teachers, and the wider community to share research findings and highlight community stories to generate support and advocate for stronger e-cigarette policy action. And as you might see in the photos, the forum also involves a panel discussion with political party members, including the now New South Wales Minister for Health, Ryan Park, and the former, Brad Hazzard. Before I move on, I wanted to quickly share my experiences because I think it's a good example of impact and collaboration on a personal level. My primary role is working on the Gen Vape project, and my role is actually quite integrated across some of the research partners. So, for example, I joined meetings with the Tobacco Control Unit at Cancer Council New South Wales, as well as with the lung cancer stream at the Daffodil Centre. I've joined the ECR network at the PRC, and of course, I participate in the Gen Vape meetings, which include the amazing researchers across these research partners. So because of this, I have been able to meet many people and make connections, but I've also been able to be aware of the different projects that are taking place and the opportunities that have been on offer. Working across these groups, I feel like I've been able to experience the best of multiple worlds. And as an early career researcher, this has been immensely beneficial. I'll now move on to tobacco control, and one of the key areas that is quite unique to the PRC is the monitoring of tobacco industry or investigating industry interference. And one of the examples I'll share is the work done by PRC researcher Dr. Christina Watts, who conducted a world-first study to interview former tobacco industry employees to expose the scale of promotional activities used to drive tobacco sales. This study importantly demonstrated the full extent of covert tobacco marketing activities through retailers, but it also advanced methods in public health research investigating commercial influences on health. Now finally, looking at our reach internationally. The World Health Organization's FCTC is an international treaty to protect present and future generations from the consequences of tobacco consumption and exposure, and these include areas around health, social, environmental and economic impacts. Senior PRC researcher, Associate Professor Becky Freeman, is currently contributing to the FCTC regarding the revision of Article 13, and this is focused on tobacco advertising, promotion and sponsorship. These guidelines have not been updated in 15 years, so since 2008, and Becky is part of the working group to develop specific guidelines around addressing the recent technological advances that are not addressed in the existing guidelines. And this will ensure that Article 13 captures the complex role of social and digital media. Needless to say, this is a very significant piece of work and contribution towards tobacco control efforts. These revised guidelines will be presented at the upcoming Conference of the Parties in November later this year. So that's all the time I have for now, and I've only just shared a snippet of the collaboration and impact of the PRC in this space. However, if you'd like to know more, please feel free to reach out through email. Thank you.